So our next speaker is Aparna Bhatta. Aparna has pursued a career spanning 30 years in health-oriented community development in Nepal, working with a wide range of international and local organizations. Highlights of Aparna's career include significant achievements in the provision of effective primary health care services, public health services including family planning, reproductive health, maternal, pediatric health, and oral health, and nutrition services, often in the most deprived and neglected communities. In this endeavor, she is extremely active, personally arranging innumerable health camps while also remaining an indefatigable advocate and campaigner for the rights and needs of the oppressed and marginalized in her native land. She is president of Self-Reliance Center, a nonprofit organization in Nepal, and has been working with Hasilo Nepal, our children's oral health project, for the past 4 years. So I've had the opportunity to work very closely with Aparna for the past 4 years, and not only is she my dear colleague now, but she's also, as she makes me call her, she's my Didi. She's my older sister, and I'm her Baini, the younger sister. So thank you.
Namaste and good morning, everybody. My name is Aparna. I think Dr. Karen already mentioned what I've been doing. So I came from Nepal, and can you hear? Or is it okay? These are the two different significant things in Nepal, which is we live in the top of the mountain and where Buddha was born. And you can see this, where Nepal is very tiny, surrounded by India, Big Brother, and China on the other side. But we are small, but we still maintain our culture. And Nepal, land of smiling people, which Dr. Karen told me when I met first time, you guys are from the smiling people. But if you want to see next generation smiling, you have to do this. I'll come to that point later. This is Bhatta. It's one of the Buddhist stupa in capital city in Kathmandu. If anybody has been to Nepal, they definitely can't skip this part. It's a very quiet and Buddhist statue. This is where, it's the middle of capital city. This is where I was born. I used to play, and it's a beautiful farm. It's not that clear. The smaller was clear. And these are all the farmland, and we used to grow our own vegetables, our own fruits. And this is, you see, where I grew up, and we had our own garden. We used to take, we call mula. It's a big, long radish, and that's what we eat for snacks. And this is the traditional food, especially from Kathmandu. You can see the big basket of the beaten rice, which is ready to eat, is cooked, and some veggies, cucumbers, beans, roasted soya bean. And not only we eat a balanced diet, we also thank to the earth and universe or God, whomever belongs to which God, once a year giving us the food to keep us alive. This is our normal diet. We have a balanced diet, rice, and you see the yellow the lentils, we call dal, and then vegetables and green vegetables, and some carrots or cucumber, what is the available when the seasonally available. And this is the pickle. This one particularly is from tomato pickle. How we used to brush our teeth at the time, we didn't have, even I grew up, we didn't have a fancy toothbrush and toothpaste, and every areas we are from high mountain to the low level, sea level, we have a different kinds of earth. We used to take the little stick of neem or any other plants we had, we used to just thread and make our toothbrush. The most importantly, we were taught to wash and rinse our mouth each time we eat. And 50 years later, our beautiful Kathmandu capital, Bodhanath, became all the smog, all these houses, and where are our farmland? We couldn't grow any of our food. not only this Kathmandu cities are filled with the concrete houses and filled up with all this food, junk food or whatever. they are not good for our children, for us. And you can see the junk foods are everywhere. Even most people can't afford for 2 meals a day, but their children demands to buy some signing plastic or Coca-Cola everywhere, not only in a bigger city in Kathmandu. They can buy at the store, and you can see, what happened to the girl? The ladies bring there. See, she brings, that would be sneaking, and she brings her junk food basket to sell during the lunch break. And they can buy at the store, at the school in the break, and also bring from home. Still, there are some parents, they send their traditional food, but it's embarrassing to take out the homemade food because the signing packets becomes more superior than the traditional food. And not only the children get some treats after their vaccine, and it's very interesting that dental hospital and the big billboard, signboard everywhere. And the consequences we get: mouth pain, malnutrition, poor school performance, not being able to socialize in school and other activities. And what usually happens for tooth decay in Nepal, usually family can't afford. Dentists are available mostly in the cities, but they are expensive. They couldn't afford for treatment. If they could, and either the dentist prescribe antibiotics or extract the tooth. And this is the traditional way. This is what I used to do. This is 10 years ago. I've been, as Dr. Karen mentioned, I've been involved in pediatrics care, prevention, but this was the traditional way. Still, lots of organizations and government believe this is the dental care and oral health and nutrition program. You can see the retired European dentist came to Nepal, and she did a dental camp on one of the rural hospital on the rooftop. When she was setting up the clinic, she was so happy. Oh, I can do so much. And at the end of the day, she ended up pulling 300 teeth. And it's the way it's a dental program. That's only we do the dental program. No prevention at all. It was already too late. And you see that this was a school health program where the dental hygienists go and pull out the teeth. There is no other prevention. Prevention was still unheard. And in 2010, I was traveling to U.S. and Siddhanta Gurung, who was in the University of Berkeley, Dr. Karen's student, and who introduced me Dr. Karen. And Dr. Siddhanta's parents, they are Meera and Narendra. They invited us for the dinner. And we went for dinner, and so as we are public health workers, I was telling what I was doing, and so women's health is the most problem, and she was telling what she's doing in different areas, and I just told her, no, we have lots of preventative measures helping children and the nutrition and oral health, and she said, no, look here, what is happening with children's teeth, and when we were competing to show our slides, and Narendra couldn't even see the slides in the mouth, and I'm still working, it's a women's problem, that's a bigger problem in the other side. Then she convinced me we should start prevention. Prevention is better than cure, which I was doing. It's not enough. Then in end of 2010, and Dr. Karen became a spearhead and brought her all the students, and we started training our community health workers, and the community health workers educates parents, teachers, children, and about oral health and nutrition. And we distribute toothbrushes, fluoride toothpaste for all family for the whole year. And we apply fluoride varnish 2 times a year. And if they need a treatment, then we refer to the right dentist for the dental treatment. And we evaluate the program by annual interviewing mother about their knowledge, about the children's health, child dental exam, and weight height for nutrition status. This is what our health workers goes to school, and especially we target our younger children so they can learn more. And this is we saw where the rooftop our dentist was working, and 10 years ago. This is just a few last year. These children were born in the hospital, in one of the community hospital, and these children they were born within 2 years. And we do have a children's show, and we give them the best children gets the best award, but everybody gets a toothbrush and toothpaste. And this is given us a great opportunity to teach mothers when they come to prenatal mother comes to the clinic, and we teach them how important to have their good teeth and how important their children's teeth. So they continuously learn, and these all children are happy and smiling, dressed very well. And this is another health education. Wherever we find in a community, in public gathering, and in school, we just start talking about the oral health and nutrition. This is a mother learning how to teach, how to brush, help the children's teeth. And this is a dental examination. This is the family, children and mother are happy to take the toothbrushes and toothpaste. And there's and we thought he deserves that. His carries free and happy, and he wanted to show his all teeth, and he wanted to show through this model. And this is maybe you all ever aware of the monks, little monks. They come mostly from Tibet and a remote part of the country, and mostly refugees, and they live in a monastery. They don't have a parents. And nobody really teaches them even personal hygiene. The oral health is far away for them to learn. And we did lots of education program there, and their teeth is really bad. As usual, everybody are attracted to the junk food. Not only that, and the people have a tendency for kids, they don't have a good food. When we go to visit, let's have them some treat. And they bring the cookies and crackers and Coca-Cola. And this is one of the case studies in one of our poor villages where still they don't have access of junk food, and their parents cannot afford to buy junk food. And a few years ago, until 5 years ago, they never went to school, and they usually go with their parents when they go for farm work, and they get the midday meal. And now they started, after our program, they started coming to school, and they have their own toothbrush at the school, and the teacher makes sure they brush teeth after every meal, and their teeth is 96% is better. And when we go, they say, take out pictures. Everybody wants to compete to show their beautiful teeth. And this is where teacher keeps toothbrushes, and they brush teeth after every meal, midday meal. And also she makes sure when they go home, they should brush their teeth at home after meal. And she also lives in the same community. She teaches while she's working, and she teaches the family, she teaches the other students, and she's really, really happy and grateful, and we can see how beautiful is her teeth. And she was always proud of her teeth and wanted to teach many people, but parents were not listening to her because they don't have a time, they cannot afford for toothbrush and toothpaste. When we started giving them toothbrush and toothpaste, now she's happy and she's proud to show her beautiful teeth. And we started our program in 10 schools. Out of 10 schools, now 3 schools completely stopped the junk food. If they have to bring their homemade food, traditional food. Until a few years ago, it was same the student to bring the junk food, now they can bring proudly traditional food. And also this is the midday meal the cook is making at the school. These are some of the preliminary results of our intervention. Breastfeeding was 98%, it's high and good, same. And bottle feeding 17%, it's low and good, same. And bottle contains sugar liquids was 10%, much better now. Falls asleep with a bottle was 37%, now it's much better. Eats sweets, candy, chocolates daily 52%, now it's much better. Eats chips daily was 24%, now it's much better. Mother comes crying child with sweets was 29%, now it's much better. And child oral health practices year first was 74%, and it's much better. And mother helps brushing teeth, low and same, but we still have to work with mother more because they don't have a time. Child oral health status, prevalence of caries was 63%, now it's about the same. Mean number decayed, missing filled teeth 3.1, and range 1 to 70, about the same. Child complaints of mouth pain was 21%, it's much better. Mouth pain leads to problem eating, 20%, much better. Mouth pain leads to problem sleeping was 14%, it's much better now. Mother's opinions of child teeth excellent, 36%, it's much better. And mother's opinion of child's health excellent was 40%, now much better. Child nutrition status, height for age malnutrition was in first year it was 37.4%, and went down, it's little better. And severe malnutrition was 16.7%, and it's much better now. Overall, the nutritional status changed significantly. This is where we have lots of challenges. This road is opening, and as all the buses and transportation is entering in the community. They don't just bring the people, they bring all this junk food. There are many challenges. This is the biggest challenges, and still lots of taboos and traditions still exist in Nepal. Elderly people still complain, still tell their grandchildren, "Oh, we never brushed our teeth," but they forget they never ate junk food, and they don't eat even now. And it's mountain. We don't have electricity. It's cold water. Our children don't want to brush their teeth because it's too cold. And mother don't have a time to help the children, and having all these challenges, and also for sustainability, our INGOs, international NGOs, don't want to work for so many years to get the results. The result I was telling, it didn't come in 1 year. After 4 years, continuing effort, reinforcing the mothers, parents, teaching, prevention. So those INGOs need the result immediately, and local NGOs are suffering for their funding. If we talk about incorporating our project, our program in their program, they ask how much money you have, and without money they can't do. And the government, we are still in the chaos. So the most importantly, now we have trained health workers, trained teachers, and they influence the whole community. This is just one example. The one teacher, Sanumaya, which is from one of the community, she teaches 100 children, and 100 children teaches their siblings and mothers, and mother teaches in their community. So we are optimistic this will grow geometrically. And this is the happy and healthy family. All the children are caries-free. And the mother never, even those days, before we started our program, she never sent junk food to the children, her children. She always used to cook her food. Now she can tell proudly, here my children are happy and they are well nourished, well happy. And so as Dr. Karen's dream, we can bring all family, the people, we are from the land where people smile, so we can give a good big smiles. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. What a blessing to be in this environment and to share my field work. And I would like to thank everybody for coming here and listening to us. And I would like to thank Dr. Karen, she being a spearhead to bring all the program. Definitely, we will continue this in future. And Guru family, of course, we grew in the same, Meera and I grew up in the same community, but we didn't know each other. And then after so many years, we got together. Because of her, we got Dr. Karen and University of Berkeley, and all the wonderful volunteers, students. They've been in Nepal every year, and they walk everywhere. They carried toothbrush, a load of toothbrush, toothpaste, and helping us. And I would like to thank you, Global Healing. Without Global Healing's continuous support for the project, and especially me being here, I wouldn't be here. Thank you so much, and we'll be here if you have any questions, and we'll be happy to share. Thank you.